What if there is nothing after death? I sometimes sit and wonder, what if when we die there is just nothing? No afterlife, no heaven, no next world, just a big, empty nothingness, like we were never here in the first place. It's a strange thought, isn't it? We spend our whole lives thinking, feeling, and making memories. We love people, we dream, we fear. But what if in the end all of it simply disappears? No one to remember us. No trace that we were ever alive, just silence. Forever. Many people believe in something after death. Some think we go to a paradise or a place of punishment. Others believe we are born again into a new life. Some think our souls move on to another realm. These ideas bring comfort because they tell us that death isn't the end. But what if they are wrong? What if, instead of another life, there is only emptiness? If that's true, what does it mean for us while we are alive? Does anything we do really matter? Or does it make life even more precious, knowing that we only get one chance? These are the thoughts that keep me up at night, and maybe they make you wonder too. You see, our entire lives are filled with something: thoughts, feelings, people, places. Even in moments of silence, we still exist. But what happens when even existence is gone? Try to imagine it: no light, no dark, no sound, no time, not even the feeling of waiting, just nothing. It's almost impossible to picture because our brains aren't made to understand nothing. Even when we close our eyes, other parts of our bodies are active, like the ears will scan for a sound. Even when we're unconscious, time moves forward. But if death is the end, then we won't experience it at all. We won't feel the nothingness because we won't be there to feel it. And maybe that's why it's so terrifying. It feels like a loss. Not just a loss of life, but a loss of being. The idea that everything we are, our dreams, our love, our struggles, could disappear forever makes life feel fragile. It makes us wonder, if there's nothing after death, does anything we do really matter? The idea of complete nothingness after death is terrifying, so it's no surprise that many people believe in something more. But is there any real proof? Some claim to have memories of past lives. Others say they can talk to the dead, and some even report near-death experiences where they saw heaven or hell. If true, these stories would change everything we know about death. But how reliable are they? Let's take a closer look. One of the most famous cases of supposed reincarnation is that of Shanti Devi, a girl born in Delhi, India, in 1926. At just 4 years old, she began claiming she had lived before as a woman named Luji Devi in a town she had never visited. She knew details about Luji's family, her husband, and even how she had died in childbirth. When people investigated, they found a real woman named Luji Devi who had passed away just as Shanti described. Even Mahatma Gandhi took an interest in the case. At first glance, this seems like strong evidence. How could a child know such specific details about a stranger's life? But there are reasons to doubt. The power of suggestion. As news of Shanti's claims spread, more people got involved, including investigators and religious figures. Some of them wanted to believe in reincarnation. Could their questions have influenced her memories? Over-exaggeration and fabrication. Many of the details Shanti provided were vague at first, only becoming more precise after people began questioning her. It's possible that, over time, she unconsciously picked up information from her surroundings. Cryptomnesia. A person might unknowingly recall details from books, conversations, or media, and believe them to be memories. Could Shanti have overheard talk of Luji's life without realizing it? Shanti Devi's story is fascinating, but it doesn't prove reincarnation. And she is just one case. What about the thousands of others? Could they all be tricks of the mind? Another common claim is that people can communicate with the dead. Mediums, psychics, and even ordinary people say they've received messages from lost loved ones. Some describe visions, strange whispers, or dreams that feel too real to be coincidences. Take John Edward, a famous psychic who claims to speak to the dead. On TV, He seems to know incredible details about strangers' deceased relatives. He names people, describes objects, and even delivers personal messages. If real, this would be groundbreaking evidence of an afterlife. But skeptics argue that it's all a trick. Many psychics use a technique called cold reading, where they make general statements and let the person fill in the details. For example, a psychic might say, "I'm sensing someone whose name starts with an M. Does that mean anything to you?" The person might then say, "Yes, my grandfather was Michael." And suddenly, it seems like the psychic knew something incredible. Then there's the case of James Randi, a magician and skeptic who spent decades exposing fraudulent psychics. He once challenged famous medium Sylvia Browne to prove her abilities under controlled conditions. She refused. Browne was later exposed for making multiple false predictions, including telling parents their missing child was dead when the child was actually found alive. If talking to the dead were real, why do so many psychics get caught faking it? If spirits could communicate, why do they only speak through people who charge money for their services? Perhaps, like past life memories, this is just another way the mind plays tricks on us, or a way for some to take advantage of those desperate for answers. Many people claim to see ghosts, spirits of the dead lingering in homes, graveyards, or even appearing in photographs. Paranormal believers take this as proof of an afterlife, but science offers alternative explanations. Sleep paralysis, carbon monoxide poisoning, and pattern recognition in the brain, pareidolia, can all cause people to see figures that aren't really there. In fact, carbon monoxide poisoning has been linked to famous haunted house cases, where families reported ghostly apparitions before discovering dangerous gas leaks affecting their brains. Similarly, deathbed visions, where dying individuals claim to see deceased loved ones waiting for them, are often interpreted as glimpses into the afterlife. However, neurologists suggest these may be hallucinations caused by the brain shutting down. As oxygen levels drop, the brain enters a dreamlike state, mixing memories with comforting illusions. If these visions were truly glimpses of another world, why do different cultures report seeing figures based on their beliefs rather than a universal experience? A more grounded theory that challenges the traditional afterlife while still allowing for consciousness beyond death is quantum consciousness, proposed by physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff. Their orchestrated objective reduction, ORCHR, theory suggests that human consciousness arises from quantum processes inside the brain's microtubules, tiny structures within neurons. The intriguing part: if consciousness is a quantum phenomenon, it might not be bound to the physical body. Some interpretations suggest that when we die, our consciousness could dissipate into the universe, much like how energy is never truly destroyed. While this doesn't prove an afterlife in the traditional sense, it opens the door to the idea that our awareness might exist in some unknown form beyond biological death. This theory remains controversial, but it's one of the few that bridges neuroscience, physics, and the mysteries of human consciousness. If all of these theories, past lives, spirits, deathbed visions, fail to hold up under scrutiny, then we're left with the most unsettling possibility: that after death there is nothing. No afterlife, no consciousness floating in the void, no reunion with loved ones, just absolute non-existence. But what does that even mean? We, as living beings, cannot truly grasp nothing. Even when we try to imagine it, we fill it with something: darkness, emptiness, silence. But those are still things. True nothingness is the absence of even absence. It is the state before we were born, a state we don't remember because we were not there to remember. Some argue that death is nothing to fear because it will be just like before we existed. But doesn't that make life terrifyingly fragile? Everything we are, our thoughts, our memories, our emotions, could be erased in an instant. If death is a hard stop, then all our experiences, every laugh, every tear, every lesson learned, were just a fleeting flicker in a universe that doesn't care. And yet, maybe that's the point. Maybe the fact that life is temporary makes it more precious, not less. If we are truly here for a moment before fading into the void, then what we do in that moment is the only thing that matters. We can fear the nothingness, or we can embrace the fleeting beauty of existence. Would you rather live forever, watching everything lose meaning, or live briefly, knowing each second counts? If death is truly the end, perhaps the best response isn't despair, but to live in a way that makes that brief flicker worth it.